is only war.
What is up, gents? 40k Dirtbags here. I wanted to make a quick video for you because I'm still confused. I'm sure a couple of you guys are still confused about the new VECT / 0CP stratagem that they changed in the new update. So real quick, we'll go over what they released in the Warhammer community page. Also, there's a post on, I believe, Reddit, where it lists off everything that you guys can VECT or not. So I'm going to post it in the link below so you guys can save it to your phone. So that way, maybe if you're at a tournament or playing a local matchup and you're going against a specific army, you can start planning ahead and figure out which one you're going to VECT or not. So for us, Grey Knights, we really, and Chaos, I mean, there's a lot of armies that have the free stratagems, and you should know which ones you can do for free and which ones you can't do for free. Grey Knights, the ones that we really wanted to do for free was the 2 CP for the devastating wounds, so that one's still free, but also I wanted to do like the free counter charge or something like that, because you have to go through the standard strats and see which ones you can and cannot do. So we'll get all into all that in the video. If you guys are doing the Calidus Assassin, we just, I think, made like 40 new ones, so we're still selling the Calidus Assassin proxy model. It looks exactly like the real model, but we're just taking donations on Discord for it. So if you guys want to support the channel, head over to Discord, go to Patreon, join Patreon, support the channel so these videos keep popping up for you guys. And there's a ton of battle reports coming up. We have a wedding in about a month now. I'm getting married, so yay. So we're going to be away for a little bit. I'm getting married, and then we're going over to Europe for the honeymoon. So we'll have videos planned out for you guys. All the videos go ahead of time on Patreon. That's kind of the benefit of being a Patreon, supporting the channel. But yeah, there's a lot of shit coming up this year on the channel. Me and Mike are going out to LVO again this year, so if you guys are at LVO, definitely come up and say hi. I love talking to you guys face to face, and if you come up and say, yo, I'm a dirtbag, I got a limited edition Marvel dirtbag dice for you guys to play in your games. So let's get into the video. First, we're going to start off with this. So this is basically what they released on 9/7. A lot of you guys, I'm sure, have already read it, but modifying stratagems for CP costs. This is the biggest change that they really did, besides towering and Eldar and all that bullshit. But rules that modify a CP cost of a stratagem when you target a particular unit can only do so for a stratagem, multiple units. We're looking for battle tactic stratagems. So you gotta look for the keyword for battle tactic stratagems. That's the only one you'll be able to use for free, as well as being the one to VECT for free. So it does not apply to air, cast, colossus, striding colossus, or towering wraith ability. So basically they just tell you can only do this now for specific stratagems. And then VECTing, same thing. Stratagem can be used more than once per phase. So rules that allow you to use stratagems even if another unit has been targeted by a stratagem this phase or turn, but that do not specify the name of the stratagem, can only be used battle tactic strat. So same thing. So if you have a free strat that could be used that something else, you could only use it for a stratagem. And then they went over the Calidus Assassin because everybody basically runs a Calidus Assassin. She's still really good, guys. Like, especially for Grey Knights, she's in every single list I have because she has her own personal built-in teleport assault, and she's really good at secondaries. So Reign of Confusion ability, increase the opponent's stratagem cost by 1. This ability is not specifically name a stratagem, and so it can only be increased CP of battle tactic stratagem. So that is the keyword you guys are looking for if you're going to do a VECT or do a free stratagem, is the battle tactic stratagem. So let's go over this Reddit post. Again, I'm going to be posting this in the description below so you guys can save this link. All right, so first, up at the top, again, it goes over everything. So these we're just going to pick out some of like the main ones that we run and plan on using. So command rerolls, that is a core one that you could be VECTing because with Grey Knights, they basically have to make a 9-inch charge. So if they want to do a reroll, you're going to VECT it and then try and have them spend 2 CP for a reroll. Any reroll the saves, anything like that, it's just that's going to be the main one that you're going to be doing for Grey Knights. Then go to ground. Nobody really does this one. I haven't used it personally. I haven't seen somebody else use it personally. So that's another one for the core strats. So those are basically the only core strats that you're going to be able to VECT or do free stratagem. So you can't do the counter charge anymore, which was really good to have in our back pocket. Adeptus, Sorotis, Light of the Emperor, ignore all modifiers. So you can VECT that one. Custodes, Slayer of Nightmares. So depending on what you have in your list, if you have a lot of monster vehicles, that's going to be a good one to VECT. Avenge of the Falling, +1 attack, under half strength. That also is a good one. And then Arcane, this one is -1 damage. So that also is a good one. Custodes have just such good fucking shit. But that means they can use all of these on their side for 1 less or for free. So they can still use any one of these. We can make it then cost 1 more. So that's definitely good to know. So these 3 are going to be something to look after for the Custodes. Mechanicus, -1 to wound. Advance and charge, and then the 4++ seems really good, so these are also good to look after. The Militarum only has 1 improved arm penetration against 1 target, so that'll definitely be a good one because I'm sure they're just trying to blow up a unit. So if you have a big 10-man blob and you don't want that to be on you, you're going to be able to VECT that one as soon as possible. Black Templar, Armor Contempt, really good one to VECT. Reduce AP by 1. And then Crusader's Wrath. Shit. So all of the, I guess, Space Marines have the Armor Contempt. This one, Armor Contempt. Yeah, so that's definitely going to be a good one to VECT. Aggressive Onslaught, 6-inch Consolidate for Blood Angels. Armor Contempt, Red Rage, which is Lance plus lethal hits. It's either going to be the reroll or Armor Contempt. Chaos Demons, Drought of Terror, +1 AP. Realm of Chaos, Redeploy. They're only going to be doing that one, so you don't really have to... Or actually, that might be the one where they go back up into reserve. So that one, actually, I heard is really, really good to VECT. Demonic Invulnerability, reroll save. Okay, so it's probably going to be this one that you're looking for, the Realm of Chaos, the redeploy. Go back up in reserves, come back down. It's basically their own built-in teleport assault. Chaos Knights. So sustain for the War Dogs, 5+ critical hit and ballistic skill. Damn, so they got rid of the move through shit. That's the one that we VECTed at Nova. But Field of Pain 6+ is a really good one. 5 Field of Pain against ballistic skill attacks. So the guy, Tim, did this one a couple times. So this is going to be a good one to VECT. We can't VECT going through the walls anymore. So it's either going to be a reroll or the Field of Pain one. Chaos Marines, this is the one we're going to be using. So Eternal Hate, Fight on Death. Don't really care about that one. Infernal Rites, Armor Contempt. So that's a 2 CP strat. So that's pretty cool. We could still use that one for free if you run the Lord. And then Profane Zeal reroll hit. So that's going to be the one that you're going to be VECTing. That's going to be the one that you use with your Chaos Lord, and it's going to be the one that you VECT because we have a lot of Undivided still with the Forge Fiends, with the Obliterators, and the Accursed Cultists. So I'm running 3 Accursed Cultists myself. So this one I use almost every single turn. So for them to VECT this and make it cost 2 CP is kind of like a slap in the nuts. Dark Angels, Armor Contempt again. Lethal hits, critical hits on 5 in ballistic skill. Fire, Discipline, Assault, Heavy, and Ignore cover. That's really good. And -1 damage if charged. That's also really good. So they can still use... Dark Angel is one of the best factions. So they can still use all of these for free. And we're going to have to VECT one of them. Death Guard, this one kind of sucked. So I played against this and somebody VECTed this on me. So +1 AP if attack is in contagion range, +2 to criticals. That one's really good to VECT because we use it a lot in Death Guard. It's one of the kind of good ones we have for Death Guard. Disgustingly Resilient. It's already 2 CP. It's going to be very rarely used anyway. So if I do use it, I'm probably not going to use it the rest of the game anyway. So you're most likely not going to be VECTing this one. And we don't have any free shots for Death Guard anyway. This one, Sustain Hits. You're probably going to be going into this one right here. Ferric Blight. Death Watch, Armor Contempt, that's it. Dark Eldar, I haven't played Dark Eldar yet in 10th edition, but it looks like -1 to wound, -1 to hit. It's all specific units, so maybe the rerolls, honestly, on this one. Gene Stealer Cold, I still haven't played them. +1 BS and AP for units that came out of reserves, that's really fucking good. +1 to wound for 2 units that can be target one specific enemy unit. That one's also really good. So they have really good strats you're going to be able to VECT. Grey Knights, we kind of lucked out because they can't VECT our Mist, which was such a killer for Grey Knights. Once they vected missed, it was a very uphill battle for Grey Knights. But Death from the War +1 hit and assault, you can kind of trick people into vecting that one, because we only use this really for getting a turn 1 shot off on somebody, or getting into a position where I have to do a secondary, because you can spend 1 CP and turn into assault weapons, which lets you do secondaries. So that is a good one to vect, good one to get people to vect, because you're probably only going to be doing it once, maybe twice throughout the game. And Radiant Strikes, which is the dev one. So we can still use this for our Grandmaster, which is really good. And people can vect it, but it's 2 CP, so we're not really going to be using it that often because it's 2 CP. Imperial Knights, move, toughness, save, leadership, and hit roll +1. That's pretty cool. And then save and AP armor goes +1 damage if 100. Yeah, most likely it's going to be the reroll for the Imperial Knights. Leagues of Votan, shook back strat, sustain hits, or +X amount of judgment tokens in AP and melee. Maybe that one, because I know they want to get into melee. But again, I haven't faced Votan yet. Orcs, we have critical hits on 5 in melee. Holy shit, that's a lot of attacks coming in. Hard as nails, -1 to wound. That's also very good. Mob rules, strats while BS is within 6 inches of the mob unit and more than 10 models in that unit below half strength. What the fuck? Strats while ballistic skill if within. This just says what the fuck behind it. I don't know. +2 to advance a charge. So depending on if that is 1 CP, that's 1 CP, and that's 1 CP, those are going to be the 3 that you're going to be looking to vect. Probably this one, the -1 to wound, because that seems really good. And if they're going to get into combat more with you, the critting on 5s, I'm sure they're going to be doing every single turn. Necrons, Protocol of the Hungry Void. Melee weapons +1 strength if led by character +1. All right, so that one's going to be good for their 10 Blade Guard shield dudes, the blob. So I know if they get into combat, they hit really fucking hard. And in the shooting phase, reroll all wounds rolls if within half range. If led by character, reroll all wound rolls. So that one's really good if they have the guys with the guns that float around and they do like a shit ton of shots. The destroyers. So if they have destroyers, they're going to be focusing on this one. If they have the melee dudes, they're going to be focusing on this one. The shield guys specifically. So we can't vect any really good ones, like the ones that could bring guys back, which we could vect before. Now we can only vect their hard hitting one or the all reroll wounds. So this one's probably gonna be the one that you're gonna vect, honestly. What the fuck is this? Space. I was like, Space Marines. That was pretty funny. Armor Contempt, Honor the Chapter, Lance, Ignore Cover, and Devastating Doctrine. So this one, Storm of Fire, really good. That's gonna be the one to vect. Or Armor Contempt, which is 1 CP. So most likely, Space Marines, you're going to be vecting the Armor Contempt, the rerolls, or their specific really good anti-AP strat. Space Wolf still haven't faced them, but fall back in advance and shoot. That one's really good. So Relentless Assault or Armor Contempt. Tau. Unit from selected Overseer unit for greater good. Effect until the end of the phase. Each time a model in the unit makes an attack. Improve the ballistic skill characteristic attack by 1. And Ignore Cover. Holy shit. +1 AP against units within 9 inches, not able to in the first 2 battle rounds. Okay, so probably this one you're going to be vecting. Coordinate to engage. Thousand Suns, only 1 option. Reroll everything for psychic attacks. So that's literally the only Thousand Sun one you can vect. Thousand Suns are the secret killers, honestly, in 10th edition. They're really good, played by a good player. World Eaters for the Blood God. This one you're probably going to be doing the rerolls, honestly. But Blessing in the Corn roll, use the Blessing in the Corn. +1 to wound against characters, monsters, and vehicles. Or auto advance 6. All good. But honestly, if you're playing Grey Knights, for them to make the reroll strat to make a 9-inch charge, that's probably gonna be the one to vect for these guys. Eldar can't do the one thing anymore. the move 6 or 7. So lightning fast, -1 to hit, or auto advance 6. One of these two you can VECT. Lightning fast reactions. Sucks. Maybe this one. I think that would be the better option. Index for Tyranids. So huge Tyranid update, but this is the last one. I haven't read through the new codex yet, but rapid regeneration, feel no pain, 5 up if they're synapse, which is really good. Adrenal surge 2 units of the synapse, or 1 unit if eligible to fight, critical on 5s, and then depending on the fleet. But it looks like you can VECT a lot with Tyranids. So stratagems, battle tactics. Yeah, so in the app, look for the battle tactic keyword for the stratagem, and that'll tell you exactly what you can VECT or not. But it looks like there's a lot of codex, because their codex just came out, but a lot of Tyranid ones you can VECT. All right, so that's going to be the main things to VECT for each army and what to look out for. And again, mainly the core one is the reroll or go to ground, so most likely going to be the reroll. So if you have nothing else to VECT, just VECT the reroll. That's, you know, most people are going to do it. And when it comes down to like a key, especially with Mortarion, if I need him to live and I need to do that reroll because I need a 4-up, let's say he's about to die, I 100% will reroll that 4-up to try and make Morty live. But if it's costing me 2 CP, I need to think about that in the back of my head to always have 2 CP available for that reroll. So again, reroll strat is really good to VECT. So hopefully this helped you out. Again, Cald Assassin's still really good. We are selling them if you guys are interested. Head over to Discord. But if you guys are new to the channel, hit the subscribe, like button, do all the YouTube shit, and then head over to Discord. There's over 700 people on Discord now, which is amazing. Patreon, if you guys want to support the channel, you want more of these videos to come up for you guys. Grandmasters give suggestions on what you want to see coming up, also battle reports specifically, and we could set up calls on Discord to go over specific tactics, one-on-one coaching, competitive dirtbags if you guys want to get in a competitive scene and get better at the game with the core rules specifically. Ask me questions, comments, list ideas, tactics, all that stuff over on Discord. And also $5 if you want to be a Just Card Discord, and then $1 if you want these videos up ahead of time on Patreon. All of them get posted ahead of time up on Patreon before they hit over to YouTube, which is a couple days, if not a week early. So definitely a good benefit to do that. So appreciate you guys. Leave in the comments below if we missed anything. Good luck, and we will see you in another video soon.